I want you to try horizontal, put it on 80. Couple things that I wrote down that I think that would help you a lot, okay? But you don't want to open up these walls because then they can completely look into study from vaults and stuff like that. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be training a Gold 3 player for 24 hours, and I'm going to show you the results. Alright, so for those of you who have seen my series, you know that I breaks up into 4 different phases. Phase 1 is always going to be the first T-hunt to generally see what I'm working with. Phase 2 is then where we go into a T-hunt, I look at his sensitivity, and I try and help him with anything I can help him before we go into the actual game. Then phase 3 is where we go into a casual game and I spectate him, as well as after that I go into a custom game with him and I teach him stuff that he has struggled with. That could be things like aggression, how to play a support operator, how to play a fragging operator, a ton of different things for whatever he really needs help with. And then phase 4 is the final phase, and that is us on T-hunt, on the final T-hunt to see how he's improved, as well as talking about some other stuff before I let him go. But that being said, be sure to stick to the end so that way you can actually see this. And if you've seen this series before, I have a ton of new stuff, so it's not just the repeating tips over and over again. There's brand new tips in this video that I think will actually help you a ton, so be sure to stick around and watch the whole thing. But let's get this video to about 1,000 likes, and I will love you forever, because if you like the video, it will push out to more people, and I will give you a kiss. So please, make sure you leave a like in this video, and consider subscribing. But, let's get into this video. What is up, Silver Wolf? How you doing?
Doing good. Hold on, let me get a bowl of water real quick.
Is a bowl of water?
Yeah, you don't want to drink the tap water around here.
Wait, did you say a bowl of water?
Bottle.
Oh,
no, bottle.
I was like, what are you, a dog? What do you think your biggest problems are right now while you are playing?
Where to start? Probably my aim and the fact that I solo queue.
Alright. So we're gonna go into a T-hunt. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch you do a T-hunt. Just so I could see how your sensitivity is and see if we should change anything and just see where it's just, you know, to work on some stuff. Alright, actually was not that bad. But there's a couple things that I want to critique you on, but we're gonna go back to a T on, but we're gonna go up and, you know, just look at your recoil control. I'm pretty sure you've seen my other training videos, so that's usually what I do in the beginning. Alright, so from what I watched from your T-hunt, is there's 2 things. I think that, you know, your crosshair placement is a little low, but it's nothing bad. I think that your sensitivity, you generally, it's not like with the bronze video where I have to like really help with sensitivity. But what I noticed is that, like, when you are making, like, crosshair placement, like, adjustment to the head or to the body, I feel like you're going a little slow, but it's not because your sensitivity is slow. I think your sensitivity is just, like, a very, very little, like, I don't want to say too fast, but what is your ADS sensitivity?
ADS?
Yeah.
Let's see, it's advanced, I gotta look up, because I have no idea.
Yeah, John.
ADS, it goes 30, 43, 43, 43, 44, 44, 45, 44, 67. Not that I ever use Cali, but...
What I want you to do is, I want you to try and... Here, first, just shoot at the wall real quick over here. I just want to see what, generally what it looks like. You can come a little bit closer if you want, like right here. Yeah, you can come like right here. Yeah, you're strong.
This is literally the worst.
Yeah, no, you're chilling. Don't worry. Alright, so what I want you to do is, because like I said, when I was watching you play, it seemed like your sensitivity was like a little bit too fast in the ways that you were making your crosshair placement adjustments, where like you would look at the body and slowly move up, but like you need to be a little bit faster. But it's not because your sense is too slow. I think it's just because, you know, the sense is like a very little bit too fast. What is your horizontal on as well?
90 right now.
Alright, what I want you to do is I want you to try horizontal, put it on 80. Take away 10 on horizontal. And then, for me, I play on 75 horizontal. But you could play on 80 if you like it. So try 80, because you don't want to drastically go down that much. Only like go down really in increments of 5 or 10. And then
Yeah, usually I play on 70-70. I found that I gotta have them both the same, otherwise movement feels weird to me. Vertical,
yeah.
horizontal.
But what I want you to do is also for ADS, just try and lower it by not a lot, because your sensitivity is generally good. Yeah. But like only by like 3 or like 3, like for all of them, lower them by like 3. Just because like what I'm noticing is like if let's say like this corner is a body. Like, when you're coming on a corner, you're, like, aiming down here, and then coming up here, but, like, pretty slowly. To where it's, like, you want to be, like, coming around a corner, and then instantly be able to snap back up to the head. And it's not because the sense is too slow, because I don't think that is the case, because I saw you, like, flicking on people as well. I just think when you come around certain corners, it was a little slow, but that's just, like, I do the same thing all the time as well sometimes. What do you think is, like, your biggest issues? What were you saying to me again?
Well, solo queue and aim, recoil control, I think I'm decent. Aim is a little spotty. And then the other thing is, on attack, I really like playing passive, you know?
Yeah, so...
Which on attack really isn't
the best. I actually have a couple things written down I was just brainstorming earlier and thinking of like stuff that I noticed in golds. And these are the main issues that I noticed in plat 3s and golds, especially. Playing too passive. That's the number one thing I have on the list. Not refragging, not droning enough, and situational awareness is not the best, which is why I want to spectate you so I can just generally see how you play. But I want to go over playing more aggressive. I want to show you some stuff like that, and generally when to play aggressive, as well as just talk about refragging and droning, which I'm sure you've heard a million times, but I just want to show you. What the hell? Alright, so you know where this kid is.
Don't know.
Taking a look around.
Hey.
We are
Good play.
not done talking about that.
Good play.
User has been recovered.
1v1. 19 seconds.
15 seconds remaining.
Please stay alive, no. Nope.
Good try. Okay. Couple things that I wrote down that I think that would help you a lot, okay? Good use of utility. A lot of people don't use utility in lower elo, so clearly, you've gotten out of that state where you have utility to use, and you should use it. You use your grenade wisely. Use your Yana drone wisely as well, so good on that. Couple things that I think will help you go a long way is going to be, make sure you're droning out more, which you didn't have time. It's a casual game, so it doesn't really matter. But pre-firing is huge, right? So there's two spots where you could have pre-fired stuff where if you don't know if someone's there or not, and one of them you did know where some of them is. So, for example, you only had 18 seconds. It is a casual game, but just for the future, like, you drone someone out, you see them on a head glitch, just, if you're going to come across a doorway, whether it's just cross, go to the left side, or just cross to push in, always pre-fire an area, whether you're going to hit him or not. Try and pre-fire where he is, but just try and pre-fire to either suppress the person from stop holding the angle, because they might get off the angle if you pre-fire them, or just to get the kill, because you can definitely get more kills like that. Like that Jaeger, for example, if you just pre-fire in that room, you're not going to pre-fire that exact spot. That kid's sitting in the open. Like, you're not going to know that someone's there. But if you pre-fire around a corner, that guy's going to get scared. as well as that other guy that killed you. Like, if you would have pre-fired that, you could have gotten that kill a lot easier. So just pre-firing definitely would help. Not too much though now, because they did nerf the ammo cam. So don't pre-fire everything.
I
but
hate that.
just like anything where somebody was near before you enter a room, pre-fire. No, let's say if you were playing Ace, what would you do if you were playing Ace? And you were in here, and you're in a situation.
Mainly drunk, because I would expect somebody in gold is gonna be peeking that door. You can't see my things.
Yeah.
Probably drone red, because red's common for somebody to hold.
And like, let's say you come in here, and like now it's your time to open up the wall. Like, what are you doing with Ace?
I wouldn't be there. I'd throw 2 from back here on this wall. Now I might throw one kind of around in here so we can see into bar from the window behind you.
Bad.
And then kind of drone out, because I'm assuming there's gonna be 1 or 2 in vault. So I kind of don't want to get trapped and study, you know?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna show you is the best way that you could do this too, right? So this is what I know if I like to do too. When you're gonna attack the site and you're playing Ace, don't even get this wall. So what you want to focus on is, let's say, what I like to do is I like to throw an Ace charge here, and then I'll just open up the wall so I can get behind bar. Usually I'll throw it a little bit lower so that way I don't ever have to vault, because if you have to vault, you're literally off the animation, and then you like can't.
You don't have to vault.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't have to vault that. So obviously make it like that. But then what else I do is I throw an Ace here, but then I shoot this one, so I can generally see a head sight from anyone that's playing behind pillars. Now, what I'll then do is I'll have my teammates push 90, and then they'll hold the 90 hallway or this area, and they'll try and hold and contest vault. Now, the reason why you don't open up this is because you want to be able to plant studies. You want to have a claymore or a nomad here, and your main goal is going to be to plant behind bar, because you don't want to plant in that room. If you're going to plant in that room, you want to go for a different take, or you want to plant behind the vault or on war table. But you don't want to open up these walls, because then they can completely look into study from vault and stuff like that. To whereas if you just do this, you could either smoke it out or just run in or have someone cover you from over here. So this will always be the best spot. But generally what I'm going to talk about is just aggression, right? So if I'm solo queuing and I'm playing Ace, my teammates are going to push it through me generally, even if I'm solo queuing. And what I'm going to do is, like you said, you know, you're going to drone out for your teammates, continue to drone out. I'm not going to push in here until either there's a nomad or a claymore here, or if nobody has a claymore or anything, I'm going to wait until my teammates are on top main, and I'm going to let them take control first, because I can't die. You got to always remember that, you know, if you're a hard breach, you're the most important thing. So you want to be the second or third person, you never want to be the first person in. Unless your teammates are taking a million years, and then sometimes you have to take that risk, and you have to get ready for that gunfight, which you have to have the confidence for. So make sure you always have confidence when you're playing this game, like, just don't be scared. But generally, with the support, whatever you're going to be pushing, even if you're pushing like master bedroom, like here, come up here. For example, if they're in this site and we're taking control of master bedroom, the safest spot for you to vault into is going to always be, you know, closet, obviously, but don't hop in right away. But, you know, whenever you do hop in, make sure you hop into closet, because, you know, you can't be shot from here, and you can't be shot from someone in the bathroom, unless, of course, they have, like, holes right here, but that's a higher reload. But generally, what you want to do is always allow your fraggers to enter in first with Ace. That's the type of passiveness that you should be playing when playing a support operator. You want to send your drone in and allow your other teammates, especially when solo queuing, watch them go in first, and then push off of them after you could see it's clear. Generally, if you're playing support, or if you're playing a fragging operator, and let's say they're in dining room and you're buck and you're okay, I want to get vertical. But absolutely nobody is pushing up top. Like, I'm talking like everyone's going for a horizontal push. It's like you want to still play for your teammates, even if you're solo queuing. Like, it might be smart to go up top and push up top, but if you notice people are playing up top at all, I wouldn't even go up there in general, unless you have a teammate with you. But you always want to see where your teammates are pushing. So let's say they were going for like a China door take or like a memo take. Push with them. You don't want to solo push, you don't want to do that. But also play for teammates in terms of see where they're playing, see where they're holding. Now, for any operator that's not a hard reach, that's to live. Obviously, first thing you're going to do is obviously drone out the area. Always drone out top main, check that's clear. And check, obviously, if 90 hall is clear, leave a drone by 90 hall. What I would recommend you do, right? So come over here, right? This is for many maps, but what I like to do whenever I'm especially attacking this site, even if I know it's clear, whenever I come in here, after I drone out this area, I'm going to come over here, and pre-fire this door immediately while I'm moving. What that's gonna do is this is a common spot for people to randomly peek. So if I pre-fire, it'll kind of halt that for a second, and it'll allow me to then rotate over here because you want to take this 90 control. You want to make sure, you know, go down here, make sure it's clear over here. Okay, it's clear over here. Then you're gonna want to push up here. Generally, what I'm trying to show is the aggression that you need for a attacking operator. You don't want to like come in here and just like sit here and hold this angle here. Your main goal is obviously going to be to push for your team. Now, the only time I would say to hold this here is if, let's say, like, your ace or your thermite is gonna get this wall, then wait for them to get the wall open. And then once you hear them get the wall open, like I said, play for teammates, listen for audio cues, stuff like that. Make sure it's clear in the hallway, then push for the kill. Literally just, that's how aggressive you need to be. You don't need to be too aggressive. I'm not saying, like, don't join out and just sprint down this hallway and try and kill the kid.
Don't be
Yeah,
rushing.
yeah. No. But you need to play on pace. But you also need to drone out. It's very important to make sure you are droning out everything before you're pushing, but also don't take too long. Like, if there's somebody, like, on this doorway, and he's, like, hindering your teammates from up here, or even, for example, if someone's playing top main, right, the best way to clear out this is what I notice a lot in Gold Elo is, let's say somebody is playing top main, people will just keep droning him out, and their drones will get destroyed, and they'll just be sitting outside, and then they'll be pushing it in the last 30 seconds. What you're going to do if someone's playing up here is most likely someone's going to be there on this head glitch, or on this head glitch, or they're going to be sitting right here. You're going to have one or two things. Now, if you're playing Buck, what I would recommend that you do is, let's say you're going to come in here, you're going to quickly pre-fire this door right here, get someone off there, and you're going to, you know, go in like an order of things. So obviously make sure your crosshair placement's on the doorway, pre-fire this, pre-fire this, pre-fire this, and just pre-fire all three possible angles. And you can learn these possible angles the more you play. The more common spots that you know people are going to be, you're going to do that. But when you're going to pre-fire stuff and come on a corner, like, come over to me for a second. You don't want to, like, come over here and then pre-fire. You want to kind of, if you ever see my video where the guy was talking about pieing stuff and, like, generally taking it, you want to make sure that only your crosshair placements are being shown, like, to this, to where I can only see up to this, as far as I can see. So I make sure my body's here, I can pre-fire this. Move up a little bit, be able to pre-fire this. Instead of, like, coming in here, pre-firing this, and crossing, just go across all three to generally, like, get out of the denominators, and then you push in. But you have to play with aggression. Don't take 20 years. But you want to make sure if you ever see someone solo pushing, push with them. Like, just to get the refrag in case they die. Now, for example, I'm going to send, can you go to my YouTube video that I posted today? Do you have access to that?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to give you a timestamp.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you're going to hear my teammates say, like, yo, push in with me. And you're not going to hear that when you're solo queuing, especially because I solo queue a lot, trust me, I know. But generally, let's say he didn't say that, and I watch him push in. You're going to notice that I'm pushing in alongside him. I'm not too close to him, though. You don't want to bunch up in case a C4 comes, but I'm there to get the refrag. If you notice, I then kill the Thunderbird, and I'm able to then get the kill. I see where he is. I pre-fire through the wall to generally make him rotate and not hear me continue to move. And then he moves out, and then I'm able to kill him in order to get that kill. But that's generally what I mean by playing off of your teammates for when pushing in and playing aggressive. Like, I don't want to play too passive and just let my teammate push in alone. Especially if I don't hear that he's going to communicate with me if I'm solo queuing. That's how you want to play off your teammates. Always look at your teammates' surroundings because you can't really ask them when to push in. You can't tell them when to push in. So you want to play off of that. That's like generally what I notice a lot with lower elo is people will solo push or not push off each other when if you just push off each other, you'll get way more kills. I think those are probably your biggest stuff that you should work on is generally playing more aggressive depending on who you're playing. Playing off of your teammates and refragging people, as well as crosshair placement and aim. Crosshair placement and aim, you could just do in T-hunts, that's like really, really easy. But the other stuff is just going to come from playing more and thinking about them. Like, as stupid as it may sound, even if you had like for example, because like, those are not going to always be in the top of your head, unless you think about it. Like, unless someone tells you, yo, make sure you play my refrag and stuff like that. This sounds really stupid, but I promise you that if you do this, you'll probably always remember to do this. Right? If you literally took a sticky note and just, like, wrote down, like, it sounds so stupid, but, like, if you just wrote down, like, play more aggressive or, like, play off my team. And, like, you just put that where you could see that all the time. To where it's, like, drilled into your head. Like, on your desk, for example. To where, like, every game you can look at that stuff. It will just cause you to always be on point and always, like, think like that. You know what I mean? Because after this video, you're not going to remember, like, you're not going to remember everything for word or everything, the list of stuff I'm telling you to do. But if you write it down, put it on a sticky note, like, the stuff that you have to do in-game. Now, I'm not talking about, like, crosshair placement and, like, recoil. But like, I'm talking about, like, pre-firing, droning out more, playing off my team. Like, if you just wrote those three things down, put it on like a sticky note in front of you, and like I said, it sounds stupid, but like look at it before each game, it will slowly get drilled into your head to where you won't even have to look at that. It will just kind of get built into your like head. But if you don't do that, it's gonna be more hard to like always remember to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Good call, everybody. Let's go.
The enemies remaining.
W, much better. Generally, I feel like you would definitely be a plat. Without a doubt, you'll be a plat 3 if you can find a 5-stack. And if you're gonna continue to solo queue, just do what I was telling you. Like I said, maybe even write stuff down that you want to work on the most. If you truly want to get better at it, or write it down just on like a note that you could see every time before you play, and just keep warming up and keep doing stuff I told you about. And I genuinely think that you will go from a gold 3 to easily a plat 3, and even plat 2. It's 3500 now, so you don't know. It can really go either way. But I think that you definitely can get better, and I think that with this information you will get better.